Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. I miss you guys so much you don't even know. I haven't been able to sit down and film in nearly 2 weeks because we've been so busy around here. So we went shopping for a new couch because this one is just a hot mess and a half, and it was also kind of like a hand-me-down. And so we finally went to go purchase like a couch that we want, that we love. And since we, have been in this house for a couple of months now, it's just fitting that we finally get a new couch and something that we can have our friends and family over and be comfortable on, because if you have been to my house, you know that Big Brown is not comfortable whatsoever. Apart from that, we also went out of town last week from early Thursday morning to late Sunday night, and I wasn't able to pre-film a video for you guys like I would have hoped for. I did have a video that I was planning on posting within that weekend of me being gone, and when I went back to watch the footage, I didn't like it, and I don't want to put something out that I'm not 100% happy about. So that's why you guys haven't gotten a video in probably a week and a half, maybe close to 2. And lastly, before we get into this tutorial, I have some big, exciting news for you guys that I have been wanting to tell you guys ever since it happened, and I'm so freaking excited. This is something that I've wanted to say for so long. So I've been wanting to go to cosmetology school since I was a teenager. Since I was like 15 or 16, I just kind of knew that that's what I wanted to do. I kind of tossed back and forth between wanting to be a teacher and wanting to do makeup, and makeup was just always in the front of my mind. Doing makeup and hair and just being around the beauty community and spreading happiness and making other people feel beautiful is just something that I've always inspired to do. And I just got back from my meeting Wednesday, so 2 days ago, and as of April 12th, I am a cosmetology student. Oh my god, I am so excited, you guys have no idea. After I signed all of my papers at my school and walked into my car, I literally just sat there and ugly Kim K cried for a good 10 or 15 minutes before I could even collect myself to drive home. I'm excited to bring you guys on this journey with me, and I'm just really excited to start this dream of mine, and I cannot wait until April 12th when I walk in the front door and I'm like, hello world, teach me all this cosmetology stuff. I'm so excited. Anyways, I'm gonna stop babbling. I'm gonna jump into this tutorial. I'll see you guys here in a minute. Bye. So I've already cleaned my face, and then I like using a cotton round and wiping my face down with the Garnier SkinActive Miscellar cleansing water. This is just gonna get any extra gunk that I may have missed from before and just really make sure that you have a clean base. So next I'm going to go ahead and spray some of this fixing spray by Pixi. This is their makeup fixing mist with rose water and green tea, and I love this stuff. As you guys can see, I'm like halfway done with the bottle. They also have like a milky like cleanser one that looks just like this, except it's white and not pink. But I love this stuff, and it smells really good, and it really just sits well underneath your foundation. You can put it under your foundation, on top of your foundation, and then just like throughout the day if you need touching up or refreshing. If your makeup is starting to feel a little dry or kind of starting to shift, this is just gonna suck it all back into place. So I like putting this on probably like 3 times throughout this whole entire makeup process. Seriously, it smells so good. Now that that's dried, I'm going to go in with my moisturizer, and recently I've been using the Garnier SkinActive Ultra Lift. This is a wrinkle reducer. It's a serum and a moisturizer in one, which is awesome because you are moisturizing your skin and you're also giving it that kind of firmness and really just keeping that youth to your skin, which mama is starting to age, so this stuff is good. I've been loving this. It smells really good. It's been keeping my skin really moisturized, which you guys, if you have been watching my videos, know that I've been dealing with a lot of dryness and like rough patches, but this stuff is amazing. And when I use this stuff, I really don't feel like I need to use a primer because this just smooths out my skin so well. So I just go ahead with my clean fingers and apply this all over my face, really working it into that forehead because I really have dry patches in that area. While that dries, I'm going to go ahead and apply my base to my eyelids to prep for my eyeshadow, and I love using the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD High Definition. I think this has amazing coverage, and it really does help prime your eyelids, even though it is a concealer. This reminds me a lot of MAC's Pro Longwear Concealer with just the consistency and the wear. And if you guys are familiar with the MAC Pro Longwear, it is thick and it sticks, which I love that this does the same thing, but it's way cheaper, which, I mean, you can't beat affordability, right? I'm gonna go ahead and set that with a powder so that I don't crease, and it's also gonna help give you a base to attach on the eyeshadows with, and that helps blend out easier. So I'm gonna be picking up the new Milani Prep Set and Go. I love this stuff. It is like white. I mean, it's a transparent, translucent powder, but it has a little bit of whiteness to it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just press this all over the lids using my Real Techniques setting brush. So now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and start with my foundation. And recently, I've been really loving the Get It All foundation stick from NYC. This is only like $3.99, I think, and it's so creamy and blendable. I love it. It is fairly sheer, so if you are someone who likes a more full coverage, then I would do several layers. But I really like this because it's such a great alternative to all of those stick foundations that are coming out lately. Color is like just a smidge darker than my actual skin tone, but that's okay because we're going to blend it out. And honestly, once I start blending it into the skin, you really can't tell the difference. So I'm just going to take my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I'm going to spray just a little bit of this setting spray on here. I'm out of MAC Fix Plus currently, which is why I've been using this. I go through MAC Fix Plus like nobody's business. So I'm just going to go ahead and start blending this into the skin. I'm going to start on the inner port. I'm going to start on the inner part of my face and blend outwards. That's going to give you a more flawless application and a more flawless finish. So I'm going to start with the eyes because they're fairly simple and we can do them pretty quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up Petals, which is this gorgeous color right here. This is from MorpheBrushes, and I absolutely love this as a transition shade, and I also really like it as an all over the lid shade. It's pink and a little beige. It has a little bit of shimmer, but not too much. So I'm going to go ahead and on a big fluffy brush, I'm just going to pop this into that crease, going back and forth, and do the same thing to the other side, starting in that outer corner, going to the inner corner. I like to do circular motions in that inner corner. No specific reason. That's just what I like to do. Now I want to start to add a little bit of warmth in there. So I'm going to take another Morphe eyeshadow, and this is in Deep Skin. You guys have seen me, come on, focus. There you go. You guys have seen me use this eyeshadow many, many times before. It's just a really nice transition color, and it's a really beautiful kind of light to medium brown. It has a little bit of a kind of orangey undertone, but it's not super orange like Makeup Geek's Chickadee, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go ahead and just pop this starting in that outer corner. I want the outer corner to have the most of this eyeshadow, and then I'll just go ahead and blend lightly inwards. Like I said, I want that darker part to be in the outer corner, or the most eyeshadow, not the darkest. We're not making it super dark, but I want the majority to be in that outer corner, and then we will go ahead and lightly blend inwards. And as you can see, the eyes are really starting to take shape now, and you can really start to see that kind of smoky look that I'm going for. My eyes, I'm lucky, are already pretty rounded. So if you don't have the same eye shape as me, that's okay. Just kind of start to take your brush and kind of draw out that kind of U type shape. So I'm just going to continue to do this to the other side, blending inwards. And I'm going to pick this up on, let's see, y'all, crease brush. I love this brush. It's, what are you even from? Crown brushes. I got this in an Ipsy bag, and I use it for everything. I love it because it's a duo side. It also has a little pencil brush on the other side, which you guys see me use all the time. And start like right in this kind of inner part right here, close to that lash line. And I'm going to start with kind of a tapping motion. And as you can see, it's starting to get a little bit dark. If you guys want to make this like super dark or black, go ahead and do that. It's just preference. I want to keep it fairly light, but just enough so that it has a little bit of that definition. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of put this straight on into my eye as so. I am tipping the brush. Let me zoom out so you guys can see. I'm going to take the brush and flip it like this so that this big part is pointing down towards my eye and the other tail or the tail end of your brush is pointing upwards, as opposed to going at it downwards like this or directly at it. So what I'm going to do is just do kind of rock it back and forth, left to right. And as you can see, it kind of gives that little U definition, that little C right here, which is what I want. So I'm just going to kind of flick it upwards. And this is making sure that I do keep that darkness, and then I will just make sure that I didn't lose any of the shadow on this outer and downwards part of the eye. And go back in with that fluffy brush. This has no additional product. If you want to pick up that lightest shade again, go ahead, but I'm just going to go in and lightly just blur out that line. I'm going to pick up the lightest shade in the palette, which is this one right here, and it's a kind of light pink champagne color. I'm just picking that up on a flat synthetic brush. It has no Fix Plus or anything on it, and I'm just going to tap this onto that inner corner of my eye. This is just going to add a little bit more of a highlighted effect, just to open the eyes up a little bit more and make them look more awake. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeliner. I'm using liquid eyeliner today, and I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild MegaLiner. I've been loving this stuff, so I'm just going to go ahead and do my wing. You guys have seen me do this a ton of times, so I don't really need to walk you guys through it. So now I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes just to prep for mascara. If you guys use falsies, go ahead and apply those. You guys know that I am not so much a falsies girl. It's like going in with my Clump Crusher Lash Blast. This is from CoverGirl. I've been loving this mascara recently. Even though it is an oldie, it is a definite goodie. Go ahead and take this concealer from NYX. This is their HD concealer, and this one's in yellow. This is going to also help color correct / brighten up my under eye areas. I'm going to go ahead and just apply this to the center of my forehead as well. Now I'm going to go in with the other HD concealer from NYX. This is in Porcelain, and this is like white. You guys will see here in a minute. And I'm just going to kind of drag this out from this area down and then up towards that hairline. I'm just going to use the same one, and I'm going to apply this on my nose, Cupid's bow, and my chin. I'm just going to take my damp beauty blender. This is actually the Real Techniques sponge. I'm going to speed through this because you guys have seen me do this how many times now? Really? Take my beauty blender, and it's still damp, and I'm just going to press this into my little cup right here. Go ahead and just press this into this area. If you guys have never used a damp beauty blender to apply your loose powder, honestly, you guys need to try it. It is amazing. Just make sure that it's not soaked, because that's when it's going to get really cakey. But when you guys just do like a light layer of powder under here, it's going to change your world. This e.l.f. contour palette, and I'm going to pick up this color right here. It's the second darkest color. I love using this color when I really want to like chisel out my cheeks, which is not what I want to do today, which is why I'm going to pick up this kind of warmer tan color. I'm actually going to pick this up on a e.l.f. concealer brush, but I actually really like this for a contour brush and for a highlight brush. I have two of them, just because I really like how kind of like small it is. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of lightly chisel out the cheeks. Not anything crazy, just a little bit. And then I'm going to do the same thing to my chin. But I have what I like to call a Jay Leno chin. And everybody in my life like laughs and they're always like, Ashlee, you don't have a Jay Leno chin. Have you seen this thing? Yes, I do. It's so square and boxy and I'm just like, not today, Hercules, Hercules. So I'm going to go and kind of just chisel this out and darken up those areas where I want it to appear smaller. So for blush, I'm going to keep it really light and girly. I'm going to go in with kind of a corally color. This is also from Milani. This is part of their like rose collection, which I think is gorgeous. And this one is an 05 Coral Cove. There you go. 05 Coral Cove. It's such a gorgeous color. And I'm going to go ahead and just pop that on. This is super pigmented, so use a light hand. And I'm just going to start actually on the apples of my cheeks and then kind of lightly blend backwards. I don't know if you can see this on camera, but woo girl, yes. Okay, Bozo called and he wants his cheeks back. That's okay, that's why we blend, friends. That's why we blend. I don't know if I can blend this bitch out. Oh girl, you got too excited. So I'm just gonna take my stippling brush and goodbye, Bozo. Mama hates clowns. Get out of here. Thank you. Mama got really excited with her brush today. Oh yeah. So now I'm gonna go ahead and snatch up that nose because it's non-existent right now. And I'm gonna go into this Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contour. This is in Dulce de Leche, and I'm gonna pick up this warmer color just on a fan brush. And I'm just going to go ahead and just lightly snatch this bitch up. Now highlight. So I'm going to pop into this e.l.f. Illuminating palette, which is so gorgeous. I'm going to pick up this lightest shade right here and just kind of dab that onto my nose with my finger and then blend that out. As you can see, this bitch is bright. Yeah. Hey, I'm going to pick up that same bright shade, but I'm going to mix it in a little bit with the one right next to it, which is kind of like a pink champagne-y color. And I'm going to put these right on the top of that cheekbone. So as you can see, they are showing up to the party. I have a zebra stripe, but that's okay. The party's here. It's now arrived, which God bless America, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just, hi friend, hi. Just dip into that corner, that color that we put in that outer corner, and I'm going to put this on that lower lash line as close as possible. That looks like a lot here on camera, but it is not, I promise. And with a pencil brush and take a little bit of this color right here, which is kind of like the highlight color of that little contour duo. And I'm going to put this kind of in that inner part where there's nothing there, but I'm also going to use it to just smoke out that gray to make it not as harsh. Now to finish off the look is the lips, and I'm going in with LA Girl's Flat Finish Pigment Gloss. This is my absolute favorite color from their whole entire like flat pigment gloss collection, and this is in Obsess. So that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this fun spring-inspired look with the bold, fierce lip. I had so much fun creating it for you guys. If you guys recreate it, tag me at #AMFmakeup because I would love to see your recreations. Everything that you guys need to know will be down below, all of my social media sites, as well as everything that I have mentioned in this video. Always remember to be your own kind of beautiful, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.